What's up guys? If you're watching this video, then chances are your Minn Kota Talon is probably stuck in the down position, and I feel for you because it happened to me. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to try and help you out if I can. So let's get into the troubleshooting of it. Number one, don't try to press the up and down button to get it unstuck. That is what I did, and what I ended up doing was actually messing it up more because the wire was what was actually messed up. It actually ended up getting the wire stuck on the spindle to the point where the manual retraction wouldn't even work. And had I just left it in the down position when it initially was stuck, I might have been able to prevent that. Number two, make sure you read your owner's manual. Make sure you have the proper wrench size. That way, if it does get stuck down, you can follow the instructions for manual retraction and get it back up. I'll actually leave a link down below for the owner's manual PDFs. That way you guys can quickly check yours out in the event that yours gets stuck down. I know I had a big problem trying to find the actual owner's manual and trying to find what size wrench I needed. So hopefully that does help you out. So if you get to that point where you're gonna have to manually retract it, then follow, like I said, the user manual. For my model, they recommended to turn the battery switch off. Then you could use the wrench to manually retract it. But because of the way that mine was stuck down, it had to do more so with the wire aspect of it. That didn't work for me. So hopefully that fixes your problem. If it doesn't, then you're probably going to have to do what we did, and that was literally unbolt the entire unit from the back of the boat and pull it up. It is a pain in the butt. It was super hard. Thankfully, there was 2 of us on board, so we were able to do it. You have to pretty much just unbolt the 4 bolts that have it in the bracket and then pull it up. And it is hard, it is difficult, but that could probably get you out of the sticky situation. Make sure that you do have the correct wrench set for the actual bolts on the bracket too. Now lastly, if you do not have a wrench on board to manually retract it, you do have a couple other options. One, which is what actually happened to another guy that we saw when we were out there. He pretty much just left it down. He put the outboard in gear and tried to just get into the channel and then drove all the way back to the boat ramp with it stuck down. Now, I don't recommend that, especially if it is just not going to budge at all. If you can get it with just a little bit of thrust on your outboard in the forward gear, then you know that might be an option for you. But if you were like us, where we just could not get it to move at all, you could risk causing damage to your transom, but that could be your last resort. Now what we ended up doing, because we couldn't get it to budge at all when we put it in gear, and we didn't have a wrench whenever we tried to manually retract it, is thankfully we were able to unbolt the actual entire Talon from the bracket and then just pull it up onto the boat. Now, it was a lot of work and it wasn't easy. So that could be another option for you, just unbolting it from the bracket and pulling it up. Now, my biggest thing, and if you get anything from this particular video, is make sure you have the proper tools on board for anything that may go wrong. Our situation wasn't too bad. We were pretty close to the actual boat ramp, so we weren't really in too much danger. We could have asked for help and called for help. If we had been out a little further, then it probably could have been a bad situation. We probably could have been stuck out there for quite a long time. Have the correct tools on your boat in order to manually retract the Talon, and also if you have to end up taking the actual Talon off of the bracket, make sure you have the correct tools for that as well. Hopefully you guys are able to learn from my mistakes, which is one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. I just want to be able to help you guys out with boating and fishing in general. And I hope you're able to retract the Talon without having to break anything. If you do have any questions about anything in particular about the Talon, let me know in the description below. I'd love to answer those questions for you. So thank you for listening to this PSA. I hope your Talon doesn't get stuck like mine, and if it does, hopefully this video can help you. But until the next video, I hope you're able to get out on the water and catch some fish.